Wow, the news is fucked up. Welcome to the Real News. I'm Doug, and here's the real news. First Lady Jill Biden tests positive for COVID. President Joe Biden made this official statement from the Oval Office. Who's Jill Biden? It's your wife, dude. Joe Biden's so crazy. For more on this, let's go to our outside reporter. This is the outside reporter. Doug, I think I made it clear to you last week that whether you're inside or outside, the news is still the same. It's really hot out here. It's about to rain. Can I come inside? No. You were hired as a outside news reporter. I made it clear in the interview. You stay outside. Stay. You stay. Good boy. Boy? Fuck you, Doug. This guy is on thin ice. Our next story. New York scraps the word inmate in state law. Former inmates will now be referred to as shower sexual assault victims. Wow. Well, we all know what happens in those showers, man. I mean, at least from like comedy movies in the 90s. You don't drop the soap in those places. You do not drop the soap. Funny thing is that I drop the soap in my own personal shower sometimes. I don't even bend over to pick it up. And even though, rationally, I know that I'm not about to be taken advantage of by a prisoner, I just grab a new bar of soap. So my shower is just filled with drop soap a whole lot of the times. Our next story, bad smell identified in South Jersey. After weeks of investigation, the smell was identified as Snooki. The whole smell? The whole smell. Snooki. Looks like she may be up on the gym, the tan, but maybe lacking on the laundry. New Jersey isn't even a real place, right? Anyway, that's another video. Our next story, court pauses Graham's testimony in election probe. The probe was continued after they brought in an extra shipment of lube. Yeah, I mean, if you're going to give somebody a probe, man, you got to keep enough lube around. So the probe continues. Our next story, Republicans stress this attack in Iowa. Democrats don't value your caucus enough. I'm not going to lie. I don't have anything to add here. I just wanted to say caucus. Caucus. Our next story comes from CNN. More black NFL retirees win dementia cases. The court told the white dementia victims to fuck off. Huh? Is it just the black NFL retirees? Oh, I see. The news put black in there to virtue signal. Good job. You care about the black folks, and we all notice. In entertainment news, Lopez and Affleck celebrate marriage. We here at The Real News congratulate the newly married couple. Their kids are going to be sexy. I mean, not in a... I didn't mean to say that in pedophile... I'm sorry, MAPS. Oh, God, political correctness. MAPS, minor attractive person way. I just mean their kids are going to be good looking. Oh, that's new, by the way. Pedophiles are trying to join the L's and the G's and the B and the rest of them as a marginalized sexual preference, and they're calling themselves MAPS. And that's a new thing that I call my friend at the bar when he's being a dick. I'm like, shut the fuck up, you MAP. Our next story, firefighters continue battling Hawaii wildfire. The wildfire did spread to a big marijuana crop, so the firefighters had to send out for some Funyuns. Then they noticed the stars and stopped to discuss them and just how insignificant they were in the whole grand scheme of things. And anyway, the battle continues. The fire's still not out. In Florida Man news, drunk Floridian allegedly drove golf cart on highway with open bottle of whiskey. Reach for comment, the infamous Florida Man stated, "Well, why in tarnations would I drive my golf cart on the highway with my whiskey bottle closed?" I could try, but I don't think I could argue the logic there with Florida Man. You rock on, Florida Man. Our next story, R. Kelly accuser to give key testimony. Oh, I'm sorry, I misread that. It actually says R. Kelly accuser to give P testimony. She's going to give her P testimony. Mistakes happen. Our next story, rapper Young Thug hit with additional charges. Read about this and more in Duh Magazine. He's Young Thug, yo. He's going to partake in some thuggery. Shit. Duh Magazine is the greatest. Our next story, California officials ponder a nuclear future. In related news, I also ponder a nuclear future. That's horrible, man. That's not something you want to ponder at all. Our next story, New York restricts packages being sent to inmates. Hey man, you can't call them inmates anymore. Didn't you freaking hear the thing earlier? Man, that is so last week. Fuck it. Anyway, the list of restricted items include pornography, yo-yos, Nickelback albums, and cakes with files inside them. That all seems reasonable. But you can't call them inmates anymore, man. New York, you retarded little city. For more on this, let's go to our outside reporter. Hey, man, you're live. What? Are you smoking weed? Are you smoking pot out there? You can't smoke pot on the job. This outside reporter, man. I'm gonna have to have a meeting with him. Breaking news, my lighter is running out. That's why you keep candles around. Thank you, candle, for lighting my joint. This next story comes from CNN. A young boy rushes up to the Pope. See what happens next. You know what? No. Young boy, the Pope. I do not want to see what happens next. Failed clickbait, CNN. You suck balls. Our next story, ISIS Beatle member gets life in prison for torture. Reach for comment, Ringo Starr stated, "Stop calling this ISIS group the Beatles, for God's sakes." Yo, whenever there's a story about this ISIS Beatle, they're always going to Ringo's house, man. Leave that fellow alone. And finally, Alec Baldwin blames assistant director and props manager for the Rust shooting. The actor stated that the shooting has hurt his career, although he has just been nominated for 2 Oscars for his new project, Lying to the Police. You guys see that video of him reacting to the news that the girl died?
I do have some very unfortunate news to tell you.
What?
She didn't make it.
This guy's an actor and a murderer. I believe this is premeditated, of course, and I still won't be able to sleep peacefully knowing that murderer Alec Baldwin is still at large, and I hope he's brought in soon. Anyway, guys, that was the real news. That was the truth, nothing but the truth, and pretty freaking ridiculous, right? See you next time. Obama out.